K-Pop Demon Hunters soundtrack slips to number 3 on Billboard albums chart. K-Pop Demon Hunters 2 is officially golden. Sequel projected for 2029. The soundtrack for Netflix's hit animated film K-Pop Demon Hunters dropped to number 3 on the Billboard main albums chart this week, in step with the chart preview launched Sunday. The album now sits at the back of Taylor Quick's The Lifestyle of a Showgirl and Morgan Wallen's I Am the Problem on the Billboard 200. The K-Pop Demon Hunters soundtrack previously scored 2 weeks at number 1, earlier than relinquishing the top spot to Rapid, then held steady at number 2 for 5 consecutive weeks. The Billboard 200 ranks the maximum famous albums of the week in the U.S., measured by equal album units, comprising physical income, track equal devices, and streaming equivalent gadgets. At some stage during the ultra-modern monitoring week, the K-Pop Demon Hunters soundtrack earned 75,000 equivalent album units, down 11% from the preceding week. Yeonjun of K-Pop Boy Institution the following day, X collectively debuted at number 10, together with his first solo album, No Labels, Component 01, which logged 29,000 equivalent album devices, including 27,000 in physical album sales. K-Pop Demon Hunters 2 is officially golden. Sequel projected for 2029. After such a lot of piecemeal updates on a capatable K-Pop Demon Hunters 2, a sequel is now officially in development as Netflix and Sony closed offers with the filmmakers. Multiple exchange shops, including Variety, Deadline, and Bloomberg, were among the first to report the news. However, it may be a while before we see the likes of Rumi, Mira, and Zoe lowered back together for their second journey. Netflix, which released the primary movie on streaming, and Sony Animation, which produced it, are projected to release the film in 2029, in line with reports. Entertainment Weekly reached out to reps for Netflix and Sony. Chalk it up to the truth that animated movies take a hell of a long time to make. The primary K-Pop Demon Hunters released Advance this 12 months in August, and its runaway worldwide fulfillment was a surprise even to the studios. The film still ranks within the Netflix top 10 list as recently as last week, after becoming the platform's most watched original film of all time. The streamer has since the fact pivoted to capitalizing on that hype with a post-release media tour that saw cast members and filmmakers hit up the Toronto International Film Festival, and the trio singers in the back of the musical vocals for the Hunter X characters, AJ, Ray Ami, and Audrey Nuna, appeared on The Tonight Show and Saturday Night Live. Directed by Maggie King and Chris Applehands, K-Pop Demon Hunters introduced Rumi by Arden Cho, Mira by Mei Hong, and Zoe by Ji Young Yu as members of Hunter X, an across-the-world recognized K-pop woman group that secretly moonlighted as Demon Hunters. Powered by a Billboard and streaming chart-topping original soundtrack, including songs like Soda Pop, How It's Done, and Golden, the characters' music creates a protective barrier that prevents hellspawns from invading the human world. To combat them, the demons form their own rival K-pop boy band, dubbed the Saja Boys, to steal their fans and gobble up their souls for their demon master. Jinu from An Hoyosop changed the face of the Saja Boys, who developed feelings for Rumi, who struggled with her half-demon nature. Plot details on the sequel are unknown. However, the filmmakers previously told AW that they mapped out the larger mythology and backstory around these characters, some of which will be explored in the future. We were seeking to do a non-origin story with the concept that's modern day to people. What is it about these women that brought them into Hunter X and made them demon hunters? What's each of their backstory? How did they get chosen? What's that journey like? There was really not a space for the film to expose all that. So we just needed to make these choices of what's important to the story, and this is the information that we can show.